Good. How are you?
Doing well. Happy holidays, by the way. How are the holidays
Yes.
in Farmer City right now?
We're good. We're good. We're looking forward to having a long weekend and celebrating with our families.
Absolutely, very good. Now, what is City Hall hours here over the next few weeks as we go through the holiday season?
Yeah, I'm glad you bring that up. We're going to be closed this Friday through Monday. So we will close at 4 on Thursday and reopen on Tuesday at 8 a.m.
All right, so keep that in mind in the community, and we'll get to some other things happening here in the next few weeks as well. But, Sue, I want to start our conversation today, kind of doing a look back at the year 2023. And I know this is something you present to the city council on a yearly basis. So, what were some of the highlights in Farmer City from the year 2023?
Well, I think people were probably wondering if we were going to do any infrastructure improvements because we've had to delay some road work, but we still did over $1 million in improvements in different areas. We did some minor sidewalk replacements all the way up to a lot of water and wastewater, and of course, people don't see that, but that doesn't mean it doesn't benefit the residents. We installed new pumps and pipes in a couple of wells, worked on the sewer plant, upgraded the power plant. We got a new police car. And then one of the things I know a lot of people liked was we seal coated South Park Drive. So that's where our BMX track is and our park and our baseball fields. And so now you don't stir up all the dust when you drive out there because it was gravel. So that was a really nice improvement. We also added a pickleball court to Weedman Park. And so now this coming spring, we're going to have a lot of stuff going on. You'll see a lot of repaving of some roads and some sidewalks and all kinds of fun things that you'll actually see.
Yeah. Now, how has the pickleball court been received?
Oh, pretty good. I would go out there once in a while and see somebody, but I was told by our parks person they had people on there all the time. So that was a really good addition. We resurfaced the court, and then we added the lines for the pickleball and a net for the pickleball. So you can still play tennis out there, and there's also a basketball hoop, but I think it's mostly being used for pickleball right now.
Yeah, very good. So a lot of things on the infrastructure side, and obviously, Sue, those things cost money. So how did the city, in preparation of those projects, talk a little bit about how they prepared financially to make those things happen?
Well, the good news is that it's a mix. Some of our minor, like sidewalk replacements, just came out of our general fund. That's property tax money, sales tax money. But like your water, wastewater, power improvements, those come directly from, when you pay your utility bill. Some of that money goes back into investing in the utility to keep it going and working well. So each of those departments kind of paid for their own, as it were.
Mm-hmm.
The police car came out of the general fund, which again is a tax revenue. But the chief was able to get a couple of good grants, and we got some new cameras, body cameras and car cameras, which was nice. That was around almost $10,000. And again, the parks, that was general fund money as well.
Mm-hmm.
So it's nice to be able to get some things done. We don't get a lot of tax revenue, just being a smaller town. So to get some nice things done is always kind of a feel-good moment.
Yeah, absolutely. And, again, it goes back to that conversation you and I have had several times over our visits here recently is, the more things you can offer your residents to keep them, in your community, and then not only that, draw residents into your community, you want to take advantage of those opportunities when they come about.
Well, and that's the big thing why, we've been investing more in downtown and in our parks because it's a quality of life issue. We're also going to be doing more sidewalk work this coming year because, yes, those are the things that residents look for to want to live here and play here, as they say. So, yeah, it's an important investment. Some of the things downtown is the intention is to draw people downtown to spend money, and we're hoping to do a few more things, minor things this year. But certainly sidewalks is going to be a a highlight this coming year.
Sure, very good. So we'll kind of keep those things in mind as we get into the new year, and I think our next visit will kind of highlight what's coming up in the community. But one of the exciting things I think from this past year as well, Sue, was that the pool that you have spent so much, not only money on, but obviously invested in from a time standpoint. That was something I'm sure you had to plan a lot of, and you really wanted to just make that amenity, the best it could be for the community, and finally able to open that up this year. How about the pool?
It did go well. We spent over $1 million renovating it a couple of years ago, and then COVID hit. But this past year was like our first almost full year, and I think it went really well. We're still in talks with the Clinton YMCA for them to manage it again this coming year. And there was a crack. Some people who've swam in our pool know that there was a crack, and they're going to fix that this spring. Under the the contract of, they're the ones who did the work, so it's kind of under warranty, and so we'll fix that up. But yeah, it's I think it went really well with the Y. They were offering swim lessons and other programs, and so yeah, I'm hoping for a good open season this coming year.
No doubt, very good. And obviously, and I'm wondering what feedback was like for the pool this year, Sue, because again, that's something the community hasn't had for a few years. We're getting to a point in the progression out of COVID where I think we're all comfortable, kind of being back, particularly outdoors. Not nice hot sunny days we had this summer. I'm sure the pool was well utilized. What did you hear from your community members about that?
Yeah, I think it was a mix. Obviously, I think we got some feedback they'd want us to extend the hours, but I think they enjoyed the fact that we were open more, because we had a lot of staffing issues the year before. So they appreciated that, but then of course they wanted more, which is not a bad thing. Anybody that wants more, that's a good thing for the pool. But the feedback was good in terms of the management, I believe. We had a little more oversight of the lifeguards and better training. So I think people felt that safety, was improving. Not that it was bad. It's just, anytime you improve safety is a good thing. So the feedback was pretty good, I think. So we're hoping that we'll have another good year.
Absolutely. Sue McLaughlin, city manager for the city of Farmer City, our guest on the phone here for this morning. Sue, what else was of highlight from 2023 for the community?
Wow. Well, we FEMA. Do you remember that derecho that came through our area back at the end of June?
Sure do.
Absolutely. A lot of communities, really. Well, the president did declare it a disaster area across central Illinois, including DeWitt County. And so I literally yesterday just finished with FEMA submitting our information to get reimbursed for some of our costs. I think we're probably going to get more than $50,000 back. For all the debris we had to clean up and the power poles and whatnot we had to fix. So that was quite a process, but I'm thankful to Micah at DeWitt County EMA and FEMA and IEMA to help us get this reimbursement.
Yeah, that's going to be a great boost for the community as well. I know you mentioned that last time, or I don't know last time, but within the last few visits we've had with you. When it comes to those types of opportunities, Sue, why are they important? Why is getting a grant from FEMA for storm cleanup from 7 months ago? Why is that so instrumental?
Well, when you add it up, I mean, we had probably $75,000 in costs, and you think, well, there were no buildings damaged. But the problem is, it's the use of the equipment, and we had to rent equipment, and we had to pay contractors to help us those first couple of days. And then grinding all that debris up was $27,000 just for that. And, yes, you budget for emergencies, but certainly it digs into that back is really helpful because that frees up money for other things.
Very good, very good. Sue, just in terms of like the city council and things that they took up this year, it doesn't necessarily have to be big projects or infrastructure things or anything like that, but anything the city council worked on this year that is of note or maybe going to pay dividends down the road. How about the last year at the council level?
Oh my goodness. I don't know, because we all kind of just worked together. I mean, we had done the strategic plan a year ago, and they kind of set some goals for, the next 5 years. And some of the things I just listed with you this morning are things that we're accomplishing for them. I do know that they're working on, we got a letter of intent with tabling development for the I-74 property. And so we've been working with that, and they're negotiating the development agreement. I know we're going to be discussing the future of the building next to City Hall at our January 2nd meeting. They need to decide, what are we going to do? Because there's been some feedback that some people would like to keep the building for historic purposes. But there was also discussion when we purchased the property to use it for an expansion of City Hall or the police station. So that's going to be a very important discussion that they're going to have literally in 2 weeks.
Very good. So that'll be on the other side of the new year then, it looks like, and look forward to kind of what's ahead. And like I said, Sue, we'll take up that conversation of what's ahead in 2024 when we get there in January. One more time, though, in the meantime, did I miss anything from 23 that you want to put out there that was worth talking about this morning?
Well, I don't know if I have time to detail the garbage over the next couple weeks.
Sure. I was planning on doing that after the break, if that's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do that.
No, there's nothing else. We're still intending to put up a dog park in South Park. I think people are probably wondering what happened with that. They're still working on a grocery co-op, the community. There's a lot of community members working on that. They actually purchased a building over here by City Hall in downtown, so that's moving forward. So yeah, things are going.
Very good. Well, Sue, again, let's take a break here. Come back with some more with Sue McLaughlin, City Manager for the City of Farmer City, our guest on the phone. More to come with Sue on the WHOW Morning Show.
WHOW.
Are you a friend of agriculture? This is Scott Baum from Baum Chevrolet Buick here in Clinton. We're giving $500 towards the purchase of a new Buick or any new Silverado through the end of the year. That's correct. Any new Buick Enclave, Envision, or even the sporty Buick GX. And yes, any new Silverado 1500, 2500, or 3500 in gas or diesel. See our staff for details. Baum Chevrolet Buick, right from the start.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Ace now offers free assembly and free delivery, so it's never been easier to get a great grill for your family, like a Weber gas grill, a Traeger wood pellet grill, or a Big Green Egg charcoal grill. Only at your neighborhood Ace. Around the block. What you need in stock. With people who know their grills.
This is Brad from Gibson Ace Hardware in Clinton, Illinois. Stop in to see us, the helpful place at 114 North Madison Street, Clinton.
See participating store for details.
The days are getting shorter, and as we prepare to spend more time inside, that means respiratory infections like cough, cold, fever, and the flu. Warner Hospital CEO Paul Scarron here to remind you our walk-in clinic is here to treat those respiratory infections quickly and close to home. And the best part is, no appointment is needed. The Warner Hospital Walk-In Clinic just inside our family medicine building in Clinton can treat you for those symptoms without an appointment. Get to the Warner Hospital Walk-In Clinic and get feeling better fast.
For the latest in Central Illinois agricultural news, visit IllinoisFarmRadio.com. Get updated information on markets, weather, ag news, local interviews with NAFB farm broadcaster Jared White, and much, much more. All at IllinoisFarmRadio.com.
Connexus will provide local, reliable, affordable, and speed-of-light fiber internet to Clinton. Get on the install list now by clicking the Connexus icon at DeWittDailyNews.com. Fiber internet is coming to Clinton. Get on the install list now.
Your friend in Central Illinois. WHOW.
Once again, a good morning. Thanks for being with us. I'm your host today, Seth Lawrence. My guest again on the phone, Sue McLaughlin, City Manager for the City of Farmer City. And Sue, some things to take care of in terms of some happenings within the community that your residents are going to need to know about, particularly oriented around garbage pickup. What do we need to know here?
Yeah, I just wanted to let you know that because of Christmas and New Year's, that trash pickup's going to be a day late. This next week and the week of New Year's. So instead of the 28th, it'll be on the 29th. And then instead of the 4th, it'll be on the 5th because of the holidays. So I will also do a Facebook post on that. Also, because of Christmas, as you know, we have lots of, garbage and boxes and all kinds of good stuff after presents are opened. And so for the 2 weeks after Christmas, so the next 2 weeks, they will pick up any extra garbage you place next to your tote. Because right now our rule is it has to be in the tote to get picked up. But for the next 2 weeks, they will pick up extra trash that's outside of the can.
Very good.
And finally, if you're in a hurry to get rid of your tree, but you'll have till the end of January, they will pick up your Christmas tree as long as it doesn't have a bunch of stuff on it. Got to take your ornaments off. And you can put it at the curb, and we'll pick that up as well through the end of January.
All right, very good. Maybe a dumb question, Sue. What does the city do with those Christmas trees when they get them?
Actually, GFL picks them up, and I believe they put them in the landfill.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Quite frankly, it's just one of those things.
I see. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I just was curious. I didn't realize the garbage company took care of that. But
oh, yeah.
All right, very good. So keep those things in mind, and you mentioned you'll put that on Facebook. How do folks find the Farmer City Facebook page?
Yeah, it's simply City of Farmer City. It's official page, and we'll also put it on our website, cityoffarmercity.org.
All right, very good. Sue, in terms of just city business here, I know obviously Christmas is kind of wrapping up, and the community has lots of opportunities to take advantage of some things happening within the Christmas season, and those are kind of coming to a close. What's going on there?
Yeah, the only one I know of that's left, Christmas, it's hard to believe it's only 5 days away, is if you want your last chance to see Santa at his house downtown is tonight from 5 to 7 p.m., so if you haven't caught him yet, tonight's the night. And we're down here on Main Street right by the square. You'll see a cute little red house, and he'll be in there to give him your wishes.
All right, very good. So check that out as well. Sue, we've got about 3 or 4 minutes yet here still with you this morning. And as we wrap up, I know you are looking for a streets superintendent. How about this position in Farmer City?
Yes, this just opened about a week and a half ago, and this is a position that oversees the street department. What do? They do snow plowing, they fill potholes, they clean catch basins, they're all around go-to anything that's kind of public works street related. And this would be the manager of that department. It does require a CDL. And hopefully 5 years of experience, or at least an equivalent of 5 years of that type of experience. You can send a resume to me at McLaughlin at cityoffarmercity.org, or drop it off at City Hall or mail it. And it's available now. It's open now, and it'll be open until filled. I did post on Indeed. .com if you're interested in looking for more information, and on our website under employment opportunities. So hoping to catch someone and get a new supervisor in here.
Is that a position that is just created, or is this something that the city has been needed for a short time? Like, what's kind of the history on this?
It's been filled with a gentleman, Fred Granning. He was with us for 16 years and did a good job, but decided he wanted to do something different. So he left for another opportunity. So it's been opened up. Unfortunately, it's, having someone here for 16 years is nice. And so it's hard to replace, but we're hoping we can find that right candidate.
Very good. So keep that in mind as the city searches for those sorts of things. And Sue, just for folks that maybe wonder, as the holidays get near, you mentioned the first meeting of the 2024 calendar year will come up after, obviously, January 1. How often does the Farmer City City Council meet? When do they meet? And, where do they meet? The times, all those good things.
Yeah, we start our first meeting January 2nd. It's usually the first Monday of every month at 6 o'clock at City Hall. This time it's obviously the second because of the holiday of New Year's Day. That we post a calendar on our website, cityoffarmercity.org. We only usually have one meeting a month, but if we need a second meeting because we have some business that needs to be done, we will have a second meeting on the third Monday. So the first and third Monday But always check our calendar. We also post an agenda online and on Facebook, usually the Friday before the meeting. So you'll know, oh, they're having a meeting and here's what they're talking about. So we're going to kick it off January 2nd. We're going to talk about the building next to City Hall and go from there.
All right, very good. And again, Sue, how do folks keep up with all things Farmer City and just the happenings? Where do they go? Who do they call?
The best place is Farmer City Facebook page. We do keep our website updated, but as you probably know, people just don't use the website much anymore. But we do post it on our website, cityoffarmercity.org. But also want to put out there again as a reminder, anybody who lives within the city limits, sign up for Code Red. That is a reverse 911 system where you can get a text or a phone call when things are happening, whether it's a boil order, whether it's late garbage pickup or an emergency. You will get a notice, and we love to have people sign up for that too.
Very good, Sue. It's always good to talk to you. Happy holidays. Be safe this holiday season, and we'll talk to you on the other side of the new year.
Yes, thank you. Happy holidays, everyone.
That is Sue McLaughlin. She is the city manager for the city of Farmer City. Our guest on the phone here for this morning. The morning show streams to Facebook and YouTube. It is brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Pekin insurance agent in Cleveland.